And good evening and welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. It is pick night, ladies and gentlemen. I have to welcome in my co-host. He is in the upstate. He is Mr. Carolina Jackpot, Cale Hall. Cale, what's up, buddy? I don't know what the heck is going on there. Let me remove Cale and we'll refresh it because I can't hear him. Everyone can hear me. I don't know what the deal is with their connection up there, Cale. Let me remove you and then you come back, all right? For some reason, Jackpot is not coming through. Maybe he needs to refresh because you guys can hear me over there, right? I don't know what's going on. Let's try to add him back. There he is, Mr. Jackpot. Your see, my stuff's going through and everything's fine. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. The wife's over there trying to side produce. Jackpot, leave and come back, and then we'll try again. All right? Just leave and come back. Yes. We know.
I only say that because
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, Jackpot's joining the show in a second. You guys can hear me over there, right? That's great. But apparently Jackpot is not there for some reason. I don't know what the deal is. So there's that. Anyway, you guys are we're gonna put the link in for the show here, and you guys can join the show if you want. That'll be right there in the mix in just a second. So I don't know what the deal is with Jackpot. We're good to go there. I've got my settings here. Everything looks right. Make sure we can hear. I mean, everything seems to be rolling. I don't understand what's going on there. All right, yeah, there you go. You can hear that. Let's bring Jackpot into the mix. Let's try again. All right, Jackpot, what's up?
Sorry, I was muted on this device for some reason.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, he's probably sitting there and motherfucking me from afar. Hey, look, it's Ziggy's ass. Hello, Ziggy's ass. Oh no, that's the baby. That's Wheezy, right?
Yeah.
It's Wheezy's ass. There you go. All right. Well, a rough start to the show, but we're gonna rebound and come back up. It's funny because the wife was saying, make sure his volume is turned up. Woman's not even over.
I've never gotten in on this iPad and it would be muted before. I don't know what was up with that, but
well, Jackpot, you are fixing to be a man that's traveling the country. You're going from
okay. Well, enough of that. I'm not going. So I'm not going.
You're not going to Mizzou.
No, had something come up, so I'm not going. We'll be live streaming the game Saturday afternoon though, so make sure y'all jump in on that. 3:30, I think it is.
Yeah, well, so this is funny because I made the nice artwork with your face on the Mizzou field. Jackpot's head in the Congo.
We'll have to change that up to something different.
We'll have to change it to Jackpot's on the shitter because that's where Jackpot's gonna be.
No,
I'm sorry, Jackpot. I thought you were going, man. I know you were looking forward to that.
No, something happened, so can't go.
All right.
It's okay.
Well, that's all right. Well, let's try to rebound here, and we're gonna pick some games this evening. I'm gonna bring up the pick sheet here. Let's take care of our sponsors first. Callaway's Bar and Grill out in West Columbia. By the way, special thing we're gonna do at the live show would be that's coming up. That's probably going to involve me getting tased. So we'll get into that momentarily. We're doing a benefit for the Pace Academy, which is the only publicly funded dyslexia school in the state. We're trying to help some of these young folks read is basically, and I'm not mocking, I'm just saying that's what they do. They take young folks that have issues with dyslexia and they fix them. That's basically what they do. Well, teach them, fix them, whatever. They make it where they have the ability to read, and that's something that's very important. Before we get into the picks and stuff, Jackpot, we want to thank Callaway's Bar and Grill out in West Columbia. That's where the live show will be the day after Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you folks will show up. Looking forward to that. Also, We'll do the stuff with DNC Trucking and Transport in a moment. Before we get into that, I thought we would address the two things that happen with the head coaches for our teams. First of all, let's start with South Carolina with Shane Beamer. Shane Beamer basically kicked something and broke his foot. I don't know. I mean, everybody's making this huge deal about it, but I mean, he lost his temper and kicked something and broke his foot. What do you think, Jackpot?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if he was winning some ball games, I mean, that, winning cures everything. So, if he'd done that after one loss, after a string of wins, then, people would be like, oh, God, look, he's so damn passionate. He broke his foot. Poor Shane. Now everybody wants to pile on. Everybody wants to pile on people when they're down. And I even made a video about it yesterday. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, though, because I knew the kind of flack that we would get from the rest of the country. Nobody else's coach does anything stupid. But the thing I don't understand, and I mean, just really, I don't understand why he even, if nobody saw him do it, which obviously they did, because I wouldn't have even admitted to it. I mean, I would have just said, I fell in the shower, broke my foot. I stepped off the sidewalk wrong, broke my foot. So evidently there were witnesses to the foot getting broken.
Do you think you don't think he did it for attention, do you?
No.
Okay. I mean, he got pissed off. His defense got showed up, and he decided he was going to kick something. I don't see where, Then Dabo Sweeney goes on his radio show and says, we love Carolina crackpot. Wait a minute, I have to highlight that. That's pretty funny. Beamer balled his own foot. Somebody made their name We Love Carolina Crackpot. That's pretty awesome. Good. Anyway, look, the stuff with Dabo Sweeney, I don't have his exact quote in front of me, but basically he said that losing some games might be a good thing because the bandwagon won't be so full, et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes with Dabo, I think he just needs to learn to shut the fuck up.
I mean, what really? I mean, we want to lose games. I mean,
yeah.
Talk about crying for attention. Good Lord.
Yeah. 98.5% of the fans, he said, are great, but it's at 1.5%. I have the mentality of, look, you told Clemson folks to dream of bigger things when you got there. And you told them that you were going to set the standard. And it was going to be this new standard where you didn't run around losing to fucking Wake Forest and Marshall and shit schools like that. That's what you said that you wanted Clemson to do. And once you got there, you can't backtrack from that.
You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
That's a good point.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. We're having a little bit of a tough season. We're young. We're facing some challenges. We've had some injuries, blah, 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 whatever. Our fans are upset. I understand. I get it. They're passionate. They want to see, another playoff run, just like they're used to seeing. We might not get that this year, but we're working towards our goals. Something. I mean, just coach speak.
Brock says the funniest thing was Pete calling Beamer a goof for the stuff Beamer says, and that Pete is glad his coach isn't like that. Then Dabo pulls this stunt. Look, yeah. I Dabo does some weird shit. Let's just leave it at that. His debut on TikTok was so cringeworthy. It was just insane. And then you've got the stuff where he's baptizing people. It seems like, and it's just like, oh God, what a shit show this has turned into. But he wins games. And I know people are like, oh, well, Clemson's falling off the face of the planet. He won 10 games every year. The majority of you would love to win 10 fucking games every year, regardless of how goofy your fucking coach is. So I don't know. Let's welcome in Octavian. Octavian, welcome to the show.
What's going on, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Big game for you this week, huh? You got to go against the Hurricanes.
I don't think that. I mean, Miami's a shit show.
Well, we can all agree to that. There is a shit show.
They are a shit show, and Clemson loses that game, it's just going to be bad.
And I just want to say this to Carolina Jackpot. I give you a round of applause. You saved yourself a good trip to the rock pile. I was so happy that you didn't go to that absolute dumpster fire of a stadium Missouri has. You saved yourself. That's amazing.
Well,
you can watch it right there at home.
Well, yeah, and it's something came up, and then it's a long way out there. It's a long way back. And
who would want to watch a game? Who would want to watch a football game at a rock pile?
Nobody. Sunday, I'm gonna go. I'm coming to Florida. I'm coming to your state. So
yeah, that's right. That's right. Come be a Gator, man.
No, I'm not doing that, but I'll be representing the University of South Carolina down there.
Oh, Lord. Good Lord.
I'll be representing the 41 to 39ers.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so, Octavian. What else? Buddy?
Sunbelt Billy was the only coach who didn't do something stupid this Monday.
Yeah, he did a Gator jump at the end of the game, man. I'm surprised, man. I never seen that much fire from him. I never seen so much fire from him in the locker room.
Of course, he'd get it when he plays the Gamecocks. That's about what.
Yeah,
we make average quarterbacks look like Heisman Trophy winners. We make average linemen look like Outland Trophy candidates. Make whatever the receiving award is. We make them that, and we turn head coaches into Newt Rockne.
Yeah. And to the Tennessee fans, man, I'm riding with y'all this weekend. If y'all somehow lose this game to Alabama, I'm going to clown y'all for the next 15 years. I am going to absolutely clown y'all. And that Tennessee fan that pissed off Rob the other day, I wish he could face me. Face me. I'm a man. I'm 40. Face me.
As far as Mizzou, you're completely even with Mizzou in the overall series. Mizzou's won, 2 out of the last. 2 out of the last 4, something like that. I mean, you're basically 500 against Mizzou. So I don't know why you're running your mouth about Mizzou.
They sorry. They're sorry as hell. Come on, man. Yeah. Listen, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic, man. Who wants to play for the Missouri fucking Tigers? Who wants to play for them? If you can answer me, if you can answer me that, sir.
Yeah, Luther Burden's better than any receiver you have on your roster. Thanks for playing.
Respectfully, sir. Listen, who would want to play for Missouri?
I just told you. Are you not listening to me at all? I said Luther Burden is better than any receiver you have on your roster. He's a projected top 15 pick.
That's just one player.
He's not better than Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, he's not better than John Cena. He's not better than John Cena. No. You can give it up. He's not better than John Cena.
Octavian, Uncle Lou is waiting, sir. So we're gonna let you go.
All right, man. Go get us to beat the boy.
Yeah. Enough of Octavian. Uncle Lou, I'm sorry that we made you wait through that bullshit. I owe you I don't know, whatever it is that you would like to have the next time I see you. A waffle, some grits with sugar in it, whatever the hell it is you want, sir.
Octavian's starting to get a little too familiar, isn't he?
Is that the truth?
Yeah, I've been patting him on the head over there on the call-in show for a couple of months now. And I'm gonna let him have one more week, but next week I'm gonna bury that sorry son of a bitch.
You know what? I'm kind of looking forward to that because I know that next week is Florida Georgia week, and he's going to run his mouth, and that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Jackpot, did you say you're going to Florida?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Are you really going, or are you going to Florida the same way you were going to Missouri?
No, I'm really going to Florida.
Okay. You need to update us on those potato chips.
Oh yeah.
What are we going to do about that?
What potato chips are those?
Well, you had bought some potato chips that you were going to eat in the bleachers at Mizzou. What are we going to do about that?
Oh no. Well, I'll eat them at home.
You got hungry and already ate them, didn't you?
No,
It's okay if you
I
did.
didn't. They're still up there.
Okay.
The Luther Burden NIL potato chips.
Yeah.
If we beat them, I'm eating that stale ass out of date by a year bag of chips. If we don't, then it goes back up on the shelf until we finally decide to beat them.
Okay. Mizzou passed that weird NIL law. If you're a high school athlete from the state of Missouri and you sign with a Missouri school, you can get paid while you're in your last 6 months of high school. Yeah, you can't get paid until you sign. Commitment, that has nothing to do with it because you can commit and decommit. But like early signing day, December, if you're a high schooler and you actually go ahead and sign on early signing day, then you can get paid NIL money.
That's why they picked up some kid, a 5-star kid, a couple months ago. That
right after that law passed.
Yeah, he was like a lean to Oklahoma, and then he commits to Mizzou. I can't remember his name.
But there ain't enough 5-stars in the state of Missouri for that to make all that much of a. I mean, they're not about to start recruiting in the top 5. I mean, let's be real. It's Missouri.
I can tell you when Luther Burden signed, the Alabama folks were legit pissed. They were losing their mind on Twitter. He's supposed to go here.
They've been
go
pissed
to Missouri and they've been pissed for a while. So
what are we gonna do about Dabo hating you? Because I've heard you criticize Clemson. So why are you a bandwagon fan?
It's not. I mean, I don't think I'm a bandwagon fan. I think I'm a realist.
I don't either. But he thinks you are.
Well, I can't help what he thinks. I can't dictate
criticize him. You're a bandwagon.
Well, he's getting paid $9 million a year. He needs to develop some fucking skin that's not damn skin so soft.
If a coach threatens to lose games on purpose and then loses to Miami, what do you think should happen?
You're painting me into a corner here. I don't think they're going to lose to Miami because I don't know.
Well, not accidentally. They would beat Miami straight up. So if they lose, is that on purpose to get rid of people like you? To get rid of people. Dabo's trying to run off people like you, and so he's going to lose. He said,
"Look, I was a fan back when when Nealon Green was running around getting turf toe and Dabo was sleeping with his mom in a bed when he was a grad student. So he needs to stop with that nonsense."
I agree with you. I don't understand these coaches and fans for that matter who think it's like some kind of sin to criticize your favorite football team. Like I don't understand that. Or to criticize that's not a picture of Dabo on Clemson's helmet. That's not a picture of Dabo Swinney on the side, is it?
Exactly. No, it's a picture of the tiger paw. And think about this. How many Georgia coaches have you sat through? The Mark Ricks and all up and down the line.
And if somebody walks up
after they're gone.
If somebody walks up to you and says, what's your favorite college football team? Do you say Dabo Swinney?
No.
You say
Absolutely.
Clemson.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so I wish Dabo and these other coaches and these other fans would get this through their thick skull. I'm not a Kirby Smart fan. I like Kirby Smart as the head coach of Georgia, but I'm a Georgia fan. I something stupid, I'm going to let him know.
I actually had Gamecock fans on my video yesterday defending Shane Beamer with the foot incident. Oh, come on, Jack Potty's just being passionate. I mean, he just loves it here so much. Yeah, okay. You got a lot of coaches that show passion. They don't do that.
You know what? That actually doesn't bother me that much. Maybe it's because I break TVs. But what bothered me about it was that he's out there giggling while he's talking about it afterwards. When he came out yesterday or the day before, he's like, so after, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys now. Well, I mean, so you don't ask me about it after the Missouri game, whatever. But I kicked a wall and broke my foot.
The logistics of the foot breaking I mean, I don't know who saw it or didn't see it, but if nobody saw it, I wouldn't have told anybody that I did it. So apparently there were witnesses to the incident.
Y'all see that Nick Marshall's in the comment section?
Mm.
Remember Nick Marshall? He was a safety for Georgia, transferred to Auburn and played quarterback.
Yeah, the guy who couldn't talk.
2017, I think. Yeah. Hey, Nick Marshall, let me ask you something. How's the coaches over there saying about this? How we gonna come back and win every time? They ain't working and everything. He's about gonna win the game.
Yeah, he beat us 45 to He beat us 45 to 38 in the last Steve Spurrier year.
Yeah.
And they interviewed him afterwards and said, the girl reporter said, Nick, so what were you thinking on that last drive? He said, Coach, I said, I would go down here and do this. And so we was going to win the game.
Let's welcome in Eric. Eric, what's up, buddy?
Oh, how y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Is Nick? Is that you?
So, a jackpot, you're not going up to Columbia this weekend?
No, I'm not going to be able to come. I'm going to be stuck here at the house.
Cool. That's a big game this weekend.
Yeah, it is. Not a lot of people giving South Carolina much of a chance at it. I kind of think different. I think South Carolina's kind of backed up against the wall right now. And when Shane Beamer's teams have been backed up in the corner, they've kind of responded the past couple of years. So we'll see. It's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I may be a Mizzou guy, but I think you guys might have a chance. The big thing is that it's homecoming game.
Mm-hmm. We lost our homecoming game this past Saturday.
Yeah.
Was that Florida?
Yep.
Florida was our homecoming.
Oh, wow.
All right, Eric, we got to pick some games, buddy. Appreciate it.
But
All right, man, thank you. All right, jackpot. Let's pick some games and we'll do our sponsorship with Dennis, and then we'll do our thing here. Let's look at our picks here for the week.
Let's see. Big Barney Ross is not confident in the Gamecocks this weekend. It's fine.
Well, nobody's confident in the Gamecocks right now, jackpot. I mean, you went out and got tuned up by Florida, and
by 2 points.
You were up.
I'm sorry. I sound like a Clemson fan now. Yeah,
no.
Oh, congratulations!
You didn't let me. You didn't let me finish, sir. You dominated the game up to a point. You were throwing the ball all over the field, and then you get up by 10 with 5 minutes to go, and you lost. That's why a lot of people don't have a lot of faith in South Carolina right now.
Yeah, but to that point, I mean, they haven't had those kind of collapses under Shane Beamer. I mean, that's the first one that I can remember. So
he's got to get that Florida.
Unless you want to count that second half at Georgia thing, that was a little thing there. Little thing.
Little thing. All right, first game.
The thing, by the way, I saw it going around on Twitter. The Illinois kicker on Saturday, he actually drilled a field goal as time expired at Maryland to beat Maryland. They knocked off the Terps, which I love. That makes me smile. Anyway. And they were showing this guy kicking this out, and the scoreboard, the big Titantron, I guess the Turtletron here, it flashes up, and there's just a big, huge picture of the head and shoulders of Kevin James with that smile on his face, and I don't know if they threw that up there as like, a basketball when you're shooting free throws, and the fans going nuts behind there, waving signs and heads and all kind of weird heads on sticks and stuff they got to try to get them to miss it or what. But I thought that was hilarious. And somebody put it on Twitter. Illinois kicker drills game-winning field goal with Kevin James staring at him.
All right, so I forgot to do our bid here for the basement bookie. I've got the basement bookie's pick here. I'm posting in the comments section.
Forgetting his shit.
I forget things, Jackpot. I mean, I'm not perfect, sir. If you go over there and click on that link, you get 2 weeks of the basement bookie for free. For you dum-dums that don't know much about football, you can walk around and look like you know something. I mean, it is the Viagra of picks. You know, you got your dead dick, you got dead dick picks. Get rid of it with the basement bookie. Here's the message from the basement bookie today. The basement bookie says, I was listening to some of the archives from what used to be the Rob and Comrade show. I would like to give a lifetime subscription to the Comrade because he doesn't know jack shit. If he did know jack shit, he would tell you that Coastal Carolina is the pick this weekend. Take them minus 10.5 over Arkansas State. So Coastal Carolina minus 10.5 over Arkansas State. That is the pick. And apparently I gotta text the Comrade and let him know the basement bookie is giving him free picks for life because he is that fucking stupid. I guess whatever you need to do there, basement bookie. But there's the link for the picks there. Comrade's getting free picks for life. The basement bookie is the generous person helping out the Comrade. So good luck with all that. Basement bookie, you get 2 free weeks right there with the subscription link.
You know, the Arkansas State's coached by Butch Jones.
Mm-hmm.
He's still hanging on out there, the champion of life. Yeah, a lot of Tennessee fans pick on Shane Beamer, I guess, because they feel like it's an easy target now that they got that monkey off their back. And they, they compare Shane Beamer to Butch Jones. So they're like one and the same. That's absolutely ridiculous. Just a load of bullshit. They're not the same. They're not one and the same. Shane Beamer not come up with goofy sayings like that. And Butch Jones they're not even remotely close.
Bring some joy, find some joy. Never mind. Let me just roll it.
Brick, champions of life. He doesn't say that all the time.
Welcome home.
What?
Welcome home. That's the Shane Beamer thing, but whatever.
What?
I can't say anything. My coach baptizes guys at practices and gives them popsicles. So what? I can't say anything.
Does he give them a popsicle after the baptism?
They get popsicles. He sits down and has popsicles with them.
Is that like
have like rainbow pops or some shit? I don't know what the hell's going on up there. It's fucking strange up there. Hey, I want to go to the Clemson. Oh, SEC media picks come out today for basketball, Jackpot. Gamecocks are picked to finish last in the conference. Your thoughts?
their best player's gone. I don't know who they brought in, really, but I don't pay enough attention to basketball recruiting, especially when we're doing so shitty. I don't even know who they brought in. They brought somebody in, a couple out of the portal, I think. So
I want to go to the basketball game. We should go to the game, Jackpot. We'll talk about that. All right, Tennessee at Alabama. First game we're going to pick here. Tennessee is getting 8.5 points on the road at Alabama. Which way are you rolling, Jackpot?
I think that's going to be a tight game because Alabama's offense looks. I think this is going to be eerily similar to last week's Tennessee versus Texas A&M game, except I think the roles are going to be reversed. And I think Alabama wins, but I don't think they cover. I think Tennessee's defensive line kind of limits that Alabama rush attack a little bit, but Alabama does just enough to win the game, but they don't cover. And defensively, I think they smother Tennessee. I think Joe Milton has another terrible game, and we have some more idiots calling up to our show on Sunday evening and telling us why Nico should start.
Well, I will give you this. I'm taking Tennessee to cover or to get within the 8.5 points there. And a lot of it doesn't have, to quote Carolina Jackpot here, it's nothing about what they've done. It's about what Alabama is going to do. Alabama is going to pile up penalties. They look terrible. If you watch any of their stuff, they just look undisciplined on the offensive side of the ball, especially. And they end up, just start having a lot of drives where they'll have a good play and then they'll go back 10 yards and then they're behind the chains and they'll have a big play. I think that Tennessee will keep it close. And you know what? I think Tennessee could win the game. I really do, simply because Alabama keeps shooting themselves in the foot. I really, really believe that. And I think that Billy's point, where Tennessee can run the ball, if Tennessee can establish the running game there and Alabama keeps on with these penalties, Tennessee can win that football game, because I just don't think Alabama is something that's over the top special. All right.
Yeah,
so I'm going to take Tennessee in the points.
It's still awful hard to win at Bryant-Denny Stadium, too. If your name is Texas, but Texas is Texas is head and shoulders better than Tennessee. So,
but they haven't won there since, and I know that it's not that big of a deal, but it's also, we have to look at it from this perspective too. We talked about Tennessee going and winning down in the swamp. Until they actually do it, it's kind of hard for me to believe. Same thing with going down there. They haven't won down there in 20 years. That's why I think that, in my opinion, they'll go down there and they'll play well. They won't embarrass themselves. It won't be like a 49-7 swamp fest or whatever, but go down there. But
many players on both those teams weren't even born the last time Alabama lost to Tennessee in Tuscaloosa.
So I'm taking Tennessee and the 8.5, because I just think Alabama's just not. Yeah. Next game is Penn State at Ohio State. High noon on Saturday. Ohio State is a 4.5 point favorite. Jackpot, which way you rolling there?
A noon game. It's going to be a lit atmosphere, but not quite as lit as it would be if it were a night game. I think I think Penn State keeps that within the number. I think they're also live to strike the upset. I think their quarterback play is better. I think they got a better running game. Penn State's defense is just disgusting, just disgusting. So they're going. Ohio State's going to have a hard time moving the ball. We could have another game like that Notre Dame thing.
So you're taking the Nittany Lions.
I am.
I'm going to roll with Ohio State, and I just think that at home, I don't know. It's one of those things I have to see Penn State do it. So give me Ohio State -4.5. Duke at FSU. Duke is getting 14 points on the road. Duke only attempted 3 passes, I think it was, in their last matchup, and they still won the game. I think that I don't know what to really think of Florida State sometimes, because it looks like they could just shoot themselves in the foot.
We don't know about the quarterback either.
Right, that's true. Leonard,
is he playing?
Leonard played last weekend, I believe. Yeah, so
he did play.
I think so. Yeah, but they only threw like 3 passes. So I don't know how far to go with that, but I'm going to take Florida State. Duke in the points, just because it's Florida State, and I think they're eventually going to kick themselves in the butt anyway. So give me Duke +14.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Duke. I think they keep that within the number.
Yeah.
Duke is what? They lost that one game, lost a heartbreaker. Other than that, kind of unblemished. So, yeah.
Well, and their defense has been strong all year. They played good defense all year, and that's why I think the idea that Florida State's going to go out and beat them by double digits, I think it's kind of flat in my opinion. So
it has. They haven't had an off week yet, though, have they?
No, not yet.
Yeah. Neither is Florida State, I don't think.
Yeah, B Swan says Leonard didn't play. He says if Leonard's out, FSU covers. You might be right, but I think that they'll slow the ball down and try to run the ball, and I think the Duke defense will keep it close. I really do. Next matchup is Utah versus Southern Cal. Southern Cal coming off a loss where I think, what was the stat? Caleb Williams threw 3 picks last year, threw 3 picks against Notre Dame.
Yeah, all right there in
a row, right?
window, right?
Yeah. Lincoln Riley sucks. I don't know why I can't stand Lincoln Riley. I'm gonna take Utah +7.
Yeah. This big revenge spot for Southern Cal too, though. I mean, lost a couple of times to Utah last year. Utah has not really been that impressive this year. Can't move the ball. Quarterback, Cam Rising, he hasn't played all year. So
Right.
I don't think at this point, do you bring him in and start him anyway? Or you mess up with the what you got going on with your team there? I think I'm going to take Southern Cal. I think I'm going to take Southern Cal to cover that. I just don't think Utah can really move the ball. And, I know Southern Cal's defense is atrocious. It's also about Gamecock level. But, Utah can't really do a lot with the ball. They're not one of those teams that are going to take advantage of porous defense. So give me USC.
All right, next matchup is Ole Miss at Auburn. Auburn's like at the point now where I don't know which way they're floating, man. So, Auburn Twitter is kind of on weird right now. They're big on the recruiting, but I think a lot of them they're just accepting the fact that this season's going to be the shits, and they're hoping that next season, with all the freeze warnings on Twitter and recruiting, that things will look up. But they're playing an Ole Miss team that has Lane Kiffin there. I think Lane Kiffin will make a statement, and he wants to let the Auburn folks know, look, you've got this lion-ass coach that found Jesus, but he needs to understand that, there's a walking line here in what is the SEC West, and we're a little bit ahead of you here. And I think he'll try to score late if he needs to, and I think Ole Miss is going to cover.
Yeah. What's the line again?
-6.5 for Ole Miss.
And it's a road game.
Yeah, it's at Auburn.
Yeah, I think they'll cover. That they being Ole Miss pronouns, pal. Auburn, not a good cover team. Haven't been all year. In the conference, so
right.
Yeah. It looks like they're starting to get worn out already. So
they covered against Georgia.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm not trying to piss on you there.
All the energy they had, because they haven't played very well other than that game. Did you? We did talk the other night about the Gamecocks flipping the commit from Auburn, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, and I think you made a video about it.
Yeah, no, I made a video about him. That's the one I made a video about back in August.
Right. I think my favorite, like, everybody loves the Jackpot live streams. My favorite are the live streams where Jackpot pisses off other fan bases, preferably Auburn, if he can get under their skin.
Yeah, I don't really take a lot of pride in like pissing Auburn people off. Because we don't really deal with them that much. But that pissed me the fuck off. He was supposed to come to South Carolina anyway. And then Leonard's loser sweeps in here and gets him this lying sack of shit. And then guess what? A couple of months into the season, when this kid sees what a shithole he's going to be playing for, and then he sees South Carolina play defense last Saturday because he's there in person. He's like, man, I'm going to be starting next year. So that's all it took. Sometimes playing like shit can have its advantages.
Well, we'll see how that works out. Next matchup is Georgia Tech at Boston College. Hey, Clemson folks, as of right now in the ACC standings, Georgia Tech is ranked higher than Clemson is. If I told you that at the beginning of the season, you would have said I would have been batshit crazy. They're 2-1 in conference play, whereas Clemson is 2-2 in conference play. And with that, Georgia Tech is ranked ahead of Clemson right now in the ACC standings. BC is BC. As Barney Ross says, they're overrated.
They're always overrated.
This looks like the game where
they're always out here getting chesty too.
Yeah. I like there's part of me that wants to pick Georgia Tech, but the other part of me is like Boston College could win this game. Why not? They're at Boston College. Yeah.
They have a capable quarterback, Castellanos.
Incorrect.
What's his name?
I don't know. We could just call him Castillo. That's what you want to call him. I don't care.
Castillo Kid.
Yeah, Castillo Kid. Fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Boston College at home plus 4.5.
Yeah. They're really bad. Did Georgia Tech play last week after?
Yeah. They did, didn't they? Yeah, and they hold on, I'll look it up. Can't remember who Georgia Tech played. Let's see here. Georgia Tech schedule.
Thought they were off.
I don't know. Did they have a week? Hold on, let me see here.
I mean, they had the Miami thing, and then
Miami, where they were gifted a game.
I don't think they played last week.
No, they did not play last week, and this is actually at home for Georgia Tech, so it'll be at Bobby Dodd. I'm still taking Boston College. I'm not too. I think Georgia Tech is.
Yeah, no, if it's at Bobby Dodd, give me the rambling, the improved, rested up rambling wreck to cover there and not pull a Bowling Green.
All right, so there's that one.
Can't believe you
next one is
down pick 'em.
You told me I could put whatever I want.
Oh, I know I did, but goddamn.
What would you have put? What would you have put in there over it, sir? There's a bunch of shit games this weekend.
I don't have them in front of me right now, but I would have found one.
Okay. Are you gonna badmouth this game? You communist. Air Force versus Navy. You're gonna badmouth the two service schools? Okay, I was about to say. Just we're not gonna stand for that.
LSU and Army in there.
Jesus. Air Force versus Navy. Air Force is an 11-point favorite over the midshipmen. Which way you rolling, Jackpot?
I think. Oh, I'm sorry. Got stuck down here. I think Air Force is going to beat the shit out of them.
Right.
I mean, Navy's not good.
Navy's not good. I'll take Air Force minus 11.
Yeah.
Minnesota at Iowa. Minnesota is a 3.5-point favorite with Iowa there. Which way you rolling there?
Iowa's favored over Minnesota.
Hold on, no, it says Minnesota. Did I put that in there correctly? Let me make sure. I thought I had that in there right. Make sure. I'm checking on this, but let's see here. Minnesota. Where is it? Minnesota is getting 3.5. So yeah, maybe I put it in there wrong. Yep, I'll have to change that. It's not a problem. But Minnesota's getting 3.5. Which way you rolling there, Jackpot?
Now, where's this game at?
This game is at. I think it's at. Hold on, let me look here. I think it's at Minnesota, but I think it's at Minnesota. So,
that's at home for them. I will take Minnesota in that to cover.
To cover the 3.5.
Yeah, Iowa's offense is just non-existent. Horrible.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those games where it's like 12-10. And yeah, this game is at Iowa City, so
Oh, it's
Iowa
Iowa City?
yeah, it's at Iowa City, so
Okay. I might go with them. I think they win like 17-10.
all right. So I'm gonna take Minnesota. I'm gonna take Iowa. Iowa minus 3.5. So yeah, that's my pick there. Next matchup is Clemson at Miami. That's the big game there. Clemson is a 3.5-point favorite as the line started there on the road at Miami. I think I think they're toast. I think Clemson's going to win. I think they're going to win by a lot. It's going to be Clemson minus 3.5.
I'm going to roll with the home team, picking Miami.
You're going to roll with Miami, huh?
Yeah, I mean, last time we thought Clemson was supposed to win by a lot against Wake Forest. They won by 5.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling
Miami turns the ball over too much, though, Jackpot. That's kind of the thing that gets me is that they turn the ball over a lot. And I know that you can't predict turnovers, but on the other hand, it's like they just it seems like they're always shooting themselves in the foot.
Means you're more likely to do it than not. Yeah, I don't know. I just after those comments he made, Dabo just got me wondering. I mean, what's going on there at Clemson? So I think Miami is live for the upset here. I think they strike the upset, as a matter of fact, in Hard Rock Stadium. So.
All right, and then the next matchup is there's gonna be 2 empty seats there that were supposed to be filled by a gentleman named Hall at Mizzou.
No, actually they're not, because I sold my tickets to someone. So.
Oh well,
yeah.
Okay. Well,
I don't think I was going out like that.
Oh well, Jackpot sold his tickets. All right, South Carolina at Mizzou. South Carolina's a 7-point dog. Jackpot, you got the Gamecocks. I'm thinking you're taking the Gamecocks to win here, right?
The Gamecocks are backed into a corner. Shane Beamer's team comes out swinging. Missouri, look. Oh, God. I got to get up for this one. I've been impressed with them this year. They've had a good run. But I'm still just not. I'm still not convinced that they're that good of a football team. I mean, what they have done, to their credit, is they have beaten the teams on the schedule that they're capable of beating. They've beaten the Kansas States. They've beaten the Kentuckys. They've beaten the Memphis. Okay, but I mean, they haven't faced anyone that's really going to push them other than LSU. You saw what happened there. And that's not their fault. I mean, the schedule just doesn't fall out that way. But there's yards there to be had against their defense. We thought this was going to be a really, really good team defensively in Mizzou. That's what we thought in the preseason. And offensively, we thought they'd probably be challenged. And it's been quite the opposite. Their defense has not really lived up to billing, and their offense has played lights out for most of the year. So in another high-scoring game, like we saw the other day, I think South Carolina finally makes some plays. I think they make some plays. I think they strike the upset. I think South Carolina covers. South Carolina wins.
Yeah, I'm not buying South Carolina's defense, period. So I'm going to take Mizzou. I think Mizzou will cover the 7.
No.
And, well, I mean, we can agree to disagree here, but until South Carolina shows me, man, I'm not feeling it.
If I was going to be there, you would definitely be picking them to cover.
Well, I mean, but that's half the reason I'm not picking them, because you decided to check out. If you only show up when they win. I mean, you win. They win when you show up, is what I was trying to say. But
yeah, I got you.
Decided, nah, I'm not having it. So if you're not there to give them the jackpot rub, I don't think they can win. I really don't.
Yeah, I was actually told to start bottling that jackpot rub so that we could market it.
What does the jackpot rub smell like? I'm guessing it's bacon and biscuits.
No, bacon, biscuits, and Miller Lite.
bacon biscuits and Miller Lite, the
Yeah.
jackpot rub.
Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah. Jesus. I can see you sprinkling some of that on Spencer Rattler's forehead as he goes out.
Yep.
Bless you, Spencer. Bless you.
That's gonna be the new call
Yeah, here we got all these people over in the comment section. Mizzou wins and covers. Mizzou this. Was it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's that public betting. You know what they say about that? Public doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, well, hey, your team has a
SEC
chance.
dog. SEC dog knows what's going on. It says Mizzou is average, in my opinion.
Okay, well, but they're also South Carolina is not average. You're 2-4, sir.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can. There's different levels of 2 and 4. I mean, there's a 2 and 4 shitbirds, and there's two. You know, South Carolina and Arkansas have to be probably the best 2 and 4 teams on the planet right now.
Jesus Christ. No way that you said that in a minute. I mean, come on, man. That's
What?
insane.
I mean, they lost by 3 points to LSU. They lost by 3 points to Alabama. I mean, come on.
But they still lost, Jackpot.
I mean, barely.
I mean,
Covered.
if you were a Tennessee fan, you would have been running around with one of those Champions of Life sweatshirts. You know you would have been.
You know,
You
they
would've
had it on a
Butch
wrestling
Jones
belt,
apologies.
too. That was pretty dope back in the day.
Oh, the wrestling belt, you like that, huh? Okay.
Yeah, they had a wrestling belt. It was like the big gold, like the old WCW title with just a big orange T on it. It's a Champions of Life.
Jesus, what a shit show.
They didn't have a spinner one like
That's what they need is a spinner one.
had, but yeah.
That's what you need is a spinner one. Yeah. All right. Well, final game is the Cale Hall shitter. Charlotte at ECU. Charlotte is getting 7 points. In honor of my buddy B Pays up there, this is their homecoming matchup for ECU. Give me the Pirates to blow out Charlotte there.
Yeah, I think ECU wins and covers that game there against old Biff Poggi and the Charlotte 49ers.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's it's hard for me to believe that's a what conference is that now? The AAC?
The American, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the American. I mean, what they just let anybody into that? I mean, Charlotte's terrible. I mean, they had to replace like your Houstons and your UCFs of the world. Who else was in that? Somebody else was in it. That Houston, UCF, and
I don't know.
Who else moved to Cincinnati?
Yeah,
all three of those were in that.
You could have told me, like, you could have said, you could have named Butt Crack U, and I'd be like, yeah, jackpot, that's right.
Now, Buttfuck State wasn't in there.
Buttfuck State.
But they let Charlotte, and UTSA. UTSA, maybe I can kind of see they've had a valid football program, and the American Athletic was like they prided themselves on being like that sixth conference, like the one like right under the Power 5 conferences. Yeah, now they're just letting shitholes in there, like Charlotte.
Right. Well, there you go. There's our picks. All right, jackpot. Before we'll take some calls in just a second, but before we get out of here, we forgot to do our stuff with Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. Fireside chats with Uncle Jackpot.
I'm glad you remembered.
I'm remembered now. Damn it. I don't.
You're either every week you're either going to forget Dennis Wilson or you're going to forget the basement bookie.
Well, look, I think I'll be just fine. So, yeah, I'm good.
Well, Dennis Wilson won't be. I mean, one of these days he's going to run out of shit to haul.
Come on now. Dennis will always have shit to haul, especially when you keep feeding shit like South Carolina is the best 2-4 team in the country. That would fill up his truck forever.
They may be the second best 2-4 team behind Arkansas. I don't know.
Arkansas is a shithole. So
their
there's
coach
that.
has a nice rack though.
Arkansas is Missouri's toilet. Remember that.
Did you ever see the picture of Sam Pittman's jugs?
We're gonna talk about Sam Pittman's boobs now. Okay.
You never. Oh, okay.
I did see the picture. I mean, the guy. You know. I mean, he's. What is it? The Massadcast called him. He's got some ridiculous number there with Sam Pittman.
Some
Roll
double
Tide.
B's. I'm gonna send you that picture so you can throw it up there for everyone to see.
Okay.
In just a few.
Okay. Anyway, Fireside Chats with Uncle Jackpot. I'll answer Roll Tide's question. If you want to get involved with the program, feel free. I'll give you the link again. Let's see here. There you go. There's the link again if you'd like to get involved with the show. Roll Tide asked my opinion on the Senate hearing this past Tuesday where the NCAA president is pushing for athletes to be considered employees of their school. It's coming, man. I mean, I think that here's the other thing, too. It's getting to a point now where, the Supreme Court's already ruled on this stuff, so they really don't have a leg to stand on. And they're trying to be ahead of the game and come out and be like, oh, we cared about them all from before. They don't. It was just a money train thing for them. They don't care about the kids at all. All right, Jackpot, you got that ready?
I'm still hunting. Who doesn't care about the kids?
The NCAA. Anyway, they don't care about the kids.
Well, that kid, Tez finally got cleared to play at UNC.
Yeah.
So he had a big game, against Miami, I believe.
Yeah. All right. So Jackpot's going to do the Dennis Wilson piece in a second. Let's welcome in Tennessee Diehard. Welcome to the show, Tennessee Diehard.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the program. What you got, man?
So South Carolina just lost to Florida, right? And I know Tennessee lost to Florida, but I honestly think Tennessee's going to go 14-1.
You think they're going to beat Georgia? They're going to. I mean, you think
I'm
they're
like
going to?
One of those I'm a biased Tennessee fan, so I'm obviously going to pick my team to win.
Right. Okay.
And the quarterback play, it hasn't been that good. The offense hasn't been as good as I expected. But at the end of the day, I mean, Josh Heupel's going to get it done. He did at UCF. I think he can do the same thing at Tennessee. I mean, if we beat Bama on the road this weekend, it's going to bring up a lot of momentum.
I can appreciate the fact that you're a fan. You want your team to go 14-1, but everyone that's commenting over here now is laughing at you because they've told me forever there aren't Tennessee fans that think this way. But on the other hand, the one comment you made is that Josh Heupel got it done at UCF. UCF is not what Tennessee is right now. I mean,
yeah, but he came in at Tennessee at 3-7, and he turned the program around in 2 years. I think that's pretty good. Now,
I mean, I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm just saying that it takes a lot more to go from where Tennessee was to 14-1, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, if we were to lose to Georgia and Alabama, I would understand. I mean, at the start of the year, I predicted us to lose to Alabama and Georgia. But obviously going in right now, I obviously think we're going to win. Now, it's not going to be easy, of course. I'm going to say that. I mean, Alabama and Georgia, they're pretty good teams. They always are. And winning on the road, especially in Tuscaloosa, is never an easy thing. I mean, Texas did it, and Texas is one of the best teams in the nation. So if Tennessee wants to be one of the best teams in the nation, they need to win on the road. They haven't done that this year. They lost in the swamp. And Florida's not a good team. Florida's not a very good team this year at all.
They mopped the floor with you, though.
Yeah, they did, and I wasn't really surprised. The way we played, we didn't deserve to win.
All right. Well, good luck with your team going 14-1. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, but I think if the teams we're going to lose to will be Alabama, Georgia, and we'd probably lose to either Missouri or Kentucky. I think one of those two teams we would lose to. If we were to lose a couple games, it would be one of those teams for sure.
Well, thank you for calling the program. We appreciate it as always. Have a good night.
Yeah, you do too, guys. Thank you for letting me on here.
All right, there you go. Look, there's some of the Tennessee fans that are big on that. Big. They're going 14-1. Look,
I honestly, in all fairness, they don't have the quarterback play to go 14-1.
I think their defense is better this year. I think their defense is better this year than they were last year. But I don't.
Their defense is much better this year than it was last year, but their offense is taking a step back.
Yeah.
I mean, the passing game has, the running game not so much, but
not so
passing
much.
game is taking a step back, and they're not going to argue that. I mean, they'll tell you that.
All right. Well, Jackpot, we've got. Do you have the stuff for Dennis Wilson yet?
Oh yeah, I do. I'm sorry, I was busy looking for Sam Pittman's jugs, and I can't find that. But anyway, It sucks to be a Gamecock. What is worse, losing to Sunbelt Billy or driving all the way to Missouri to catch another L? My shit team is going to do both. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. We appreciate Dennis sponsoring the show. All right, so I think I've got the let's see here. Oh, hold on. I think I've got it right here. This is from Barstool Big Cat, and I'll share it. It's the picture of Sam Pittman with his This is so terrible. All right, hold on. I want to share this. I think this is the picture you were looking for, Jackpot. Sam Pittman has look at this nonsense. Oh my God. All right, look at that. let's
And just for context, so they know that lady there to his right in the picture, well, it would have to be because there's a man to his left. That's the governor of Arkansas. And
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
He has a bigger rack than she does.
Yeah.
So that's
weird. There you go. Papa B says, what the actual fuck? Jay says, holy hell. I mean, I got nothing.
He's got some big old rockets. Big old, big old milkers.
What the hell's wrong with us?
Big old milkers.
All right. Hold on. Let's Rammer Jammer's joining us here. Rammer Jammer, what do you got for the program?
Boner.
So what do y'all think about Alabama's remaining football schedule?
They play what? They've got Tennessee this week.
Yeah.
Let me look at the rest of them. They got Auburn. I think that they can get past Tennessee this week. I don't think they're going to cover the spread, but the rest of the schedule, at the rest of the schedule here, let me make sure that I'm not batshit crazy. But
they have to go to Kentucky. That could be
the crazy part is
we'll take some good care of them.
Shut up, Jackpot. The basketball season's underway. They've got Tennessee, then they've got LSU. That LSU game will be tough. And then the rest of the schedule is hot dog water. So they get through the next 2 weeks, they're going to Atlanta.
Why all these people are saying that Alabama's going to lose one more game this season, because if you look at the schedule, it's completely dog shit. And I don't think the LSU game could be a little bit tough, But other than that, I think Bama's going to sweep away and go to the SEC championship. But what I'm hearing,
Look,
though, is
Alabama could.
They can slip up.
Well, I mean,
against
if they're going to
Kentucky.
lose the game, it'll be
They
this
don't play
weekend.
very often. That's an unfamiliar opponent for Nick Saban. What?
I'm just laughing at you. It's fucking Kentucky. Kentucky's not. Kentucky. They're going to beat Kentucky by. I mean, we're going to mop the floor with Kentucky jackpot. I mean, come on, man.
Okay. All right.
Crazy ass. Oh shit! All right. Anything else there, Rammer Jammer?
I got one more question. Do you think Alabama can put the road wrong and beat Georgia in the SEC title game?
I don't know. I don't know where like losing Brock Bowers is going to be hard for Georgia, but I don't. Until somebody beats Georgia, it's kind of hard to pick against them.
Because I don't know about the Georgia game, but I definitely have confidence for the rest of our schedule this year. So,
well, the rest of your schedule. I mean, you're facing a Tennessee team that has issues at quarterback. Let's just be honest. Joe Milton's not the Heisman candidate they thought he was going to be, and then you've got an LSU team that has what? I mean, their defense is terrible. And then after that, you've got a Kentucky team you're going to beat by 25. Exactly. Chattanooga's the shits, and then Auburn's the shits. So,
that's why the snake.
Yeah, that's not.
Better watch out for the snake.
Yeah, so I'm just not why all these other people are just saying how Alabama's going to lose like 3 different games this year to some dog water Tennessee team or Auburn team. Because I keep hearing that, and I'm just like, nah, that ain't going to happen. We're going to easily beat those guys. So
I wouldn't go easily with. I mean, you're not going to go out and beat Tennessee 49-7, but I don't think that. I mean, if the game were at Tennessee, where 80,000 fans sharing 12 teeth again, and you guys had to deal with that, that might be an issue. But you're playing at home, so I think you'll win that game.
Okay, that's good to hear. All right, so that's pretty much all I got to say. I just wanted to hear about y'all's thoughts on the rest of Bama's schedule. Yeah, so good talking to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a great
Rob,
day.
let me ask you a question. Whose
Sure.
defense do you think is worse between South Carolina's and LSU's?
LSU's. LSU's defense has been the shits. I haven't looked at the. I mean, I've watched three LSU games cover to cover, and their defense.
Who's better at running around with the football, Jaden Daniels or Spencer Rattler?
As far as outside of the pocket?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think Spencer Rattler's the best quarterback in the conference. So it's kind of hard for me to go against that. So
he throws the ball better. You think he's better at throwing than Jaden Daniels?
See, now you're gonna have LSU fans in my damn inbox. If you told me I could have
fans over here, answer the damn question.
There's LSU fans that listen to this show. What are you talking about? If I had my choice of Rattler or Daniels, I'd take Rattler.
Who does Daniels quarterback again? What team?
LSU.
Who did Mizzou lose to again? Who's their loss to?
LSU.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay. Anything else?
No, nothing else unless you got something there.
Well, I mean, we could just let you look at Sam Pittman again.
No, I already saved that. I screenshotted it when we put it up, and I put it in the spank bank. So
yeah, that you're gonna pin that to your ceiling in the man cave, aren't you?
I am.
Of course you are. Well, I was gonna tell you, I wish you good luck on your trip to Mizzou, but now just watch the damn live show. It'll be coming on.
Go watch that live stream. It's gonna be lit. As always.
Yeah. Live stream will be on fire on Saturday. So there you go. All right, Jackpot, anything else?
No, I don't have anything.
You guys have a great night, and we'll see you later on.